Good afternoon and welcome inside Scotiabank Center, everyone. Located downtown Halifax, Nova Scotia for Halifax Hurricanes basketball. Well, the kings of the castle, the defending champions, London Lightning, come in for the first time this season, sporting a 12-game winning streak. Welcome, folks. I'm Vince Williams, and my broadcast partner, Matt Elliott, will join me momentarily. So, the big guns of the Central Division come in, led by the reigning MVP, Mr. Lotto, Royce White, who's on pace to lead the Lightning right back to the ship after the first-year head coach Keith Vassal's debut got off to a little bit of a slow start.
Yeah, it really did. It wasn't the London Lightning people we used to seeing. They lost 5 of their first 7 games, have since ripped off 12 straight wins, all behind the 5-headed monster of Mo Bolden, Doug Herring Jr., Garrett Williamson, Royce White, and Ryan Anderson. Most teams you talk about having a 2-headed monster, 3-headed monster. This starting lineup for them, their lowest scorer, Ryan Anderson, that's 16 points. Everyone is above there. Their leader, of course, Royce White, with 26 points. Who do you stop?
It's a very potent lineup, and they have been showing it throughout the league with some huge offensive numbers in that 12-game winning streak, the current 12-game winning streak that they are on. So let's take a quick look at the starting lineups for both teams. For the London Lightning, number 0, Mo Bolden. Number 9, Doug Herring Jr. Number 15, Garrett Williamson. Number 30, Mr. MVP, Royce White. And number 44, Ryan Anderson, rounding out the lineup. And for the Hurricanes, number 1, Tyrone Watson. Number 12, Cliff Clinscales. Number 14, Antoine Mason. Number 20, CJ Washington. And rounding out the lineup, the big man, number 23, Billy White. And we're just about ready to go here. A huge crowd, a great crowd on hand.
Yeah, definitely. For
the rematch of these two combatants in the previous championship round, where Game 6 at Budweiser Gardens, the London Lightning were able to capture the title away from the Halifax Hurricanes. The Canes win the tap. Control here. Mason swings it to White. CJ, he'll put it up, and he drains it from 15, that's for 3. CJ knocking it from downtown. We don't usually see CJ extend past 16, 18 feet, but he was able to get a good look, and he knocked that down, Matt.
Yeah, he usually he's great with those 16-footers. He can shoot the 3, as you just showed, but he usually only takes about 1 or 2 a game, but he's good for it when he hits it.
And we got a foul away from the ball, and that's called on number 14, Antoine Mason. That's his first, team's first. So we're really early here. Second possession of the game. The Hurricanes able to knock down that 3 ball in their half-court set by C.J. Washington. Now Royce White trying to go to work on Watson down low. He gives it to Williamson. He can't connect, but he gets a second chance there as he knocks White to the floor. So the second chance opportunity is good for Williamson. We have a 1-point game, and Royce White's call for the push underneath the basket. So early on, it looks like the officials are calling this one a little tight, Matt.
Yeah, and I think I'm not surprised by that, especially considering how physical games have been between these two teams in the past. You remember how physical that series was last year, the championship. So the refs are probably going to want to keep that under control and do it early. Best way to do that is to call a tight game.
And the officials this afternoon, Jason Steele, as Mason goes to the cup, and he is fouled, and he will go to the line to shoot 2. Max Audette and the crew chief, Brent Stocker.
Good strong take by Mason. Used to see him doing that.
That's what Mason does. He gets his offense going, taking the ball to the rack. And Mason misses the first. Antoine on the season is shooting 74% from the charity stripe. And that fouls on Garrett Williamson. It's his first and team second. And Mason misses both. But a second chance opportunity coming up as he corrals his own miss. Clinscales with the pull-up and drains it.
Smart shot.
So 3-point lead for the Hurricanes. Second chance opportunities benefiting both teams. As Anderson swings it to Bolden. Bolden driving left, right hand. Can't get it to go, and that's knocked out of bounds off of Bolden in between 2 Hurricanes.
Bolden went down hard.
So good defense collapsing on Bolden off to that dribble drive. Mason now, he'll take it to the cup, right hand finish with the finger roll. That was
Great
an easy take for Mason there coming off that screen.
Made it look really easy, uncontested.
Williamson now back the other way to Bolden. Bolden misses the first one. The second chance is there. So good dribble drive and pocket pass in tight there by Garrett Williamson.
Lightning going with a fast pace.
And both teams can get up and down the floor. Hurricanes averaging 110 points per game. And the Lightning, the league best at 118. Doug Herring Jr. with the miss. Rebound by Watson. Clinkscales will come back the other way. Lobs it inside to Washington. He swings it to White. White with the left hand finish. So good movement in the mid-transition by the Hurricanes, and that's their game. They like to get up and down the floor, and so does the Lightning, coming right back with the right hand finish at the rim was Ryan Anderson.
It's a fast-paced game. Interesting to see if they can sustain it.
Both teams going up and down the floor. It's a 3-point lead here for the Canes. Watson trying to back down Herring Jr. Mason puts it up for three. Bang! And he connects from downtown. That's 2 for 2 from beyond the arc for the Hurricanes. And Williamson, loses the handle, but he's fouled in the process.
He was attacking. They got that pace cranked right up.
And that's on Billy White. His first, team second. Herring Jr. were inbound on the baseline, 21 on the shot, 9-12 left in the first quarter. White trying to back down Watson, and Watson right in the grill of White. But White's able to pick up the contact on Watson, and he'll go to the line to shoot two.
It's a tough defensive assignment for anyone. I think if you're going to pick anyone on this Halifax team to put on Royce White, Watson's a great choice. Very physical, very strong player, just like Royce White. But Halifax really, size-wise, doesn't have anyone that can match up with Royce.
And Royce misses the first, a 57% three-throw shooter on the season. Royce comes into the game averaging 26 points, 6'8" power forward from Iowa State. And Royce knocks down the second. So Mr. Lotto goes 1 for 2 from the free throw line.
Wearing that mask this game, too. I haven't seen that. I don't know if that's a new thing. If he took a shot last game, perhaps.
5-point lead. I think he's been wearing that for a few games.
Okay.
And it's been working because they've been on a 12-game winning streak. So if it isn't broke, don't try to fix it. Mason's got to put it up to beat the shot clock, and he misses everything off the backboard. Rebound by the Lightning, and they come back the other way. Williamson trying to back down Watson.
Great defense.
Anderson now, closely guarded by Mason. And a moving screen called on Mo Bolden, as Mason was able to do some good work working over top of that screen, not coming under Matt.
That's right, yeah, and that's what resulted in that moving screen for him, that foul. I think he might have sold it just a little bit too.
And Mason puts it up again, and he connects from downtown again. So Mason off to a very good start offensively, back-to-back 3 balls, and Mason doesn't shoot a lot of threes, but when he does, he's pretty good.
Yeah, now he's taking a lot less this year than he did last year. Last year he was one of the primary 3-point shooters. This year he's chosen to be a little bit more aggressive and take it in, but that's great that he can hit those 2 early. If he gets hot, man, look out.
Mason has 8 on the afternoon. Watson with the jumper, and he connects too. So Watson hitting jump shots. We don't usually see Watson hit that 16-footer, and that forces a timeout call by the Lightning.
Yeah, Halifax is shooting the lights out right now. They're 7-9, which is a 78%, 17-7 lead. This is a deficit the London Lightning not used to being in. Not surprised that they called the early timeout here.
Head coach Keith Vassell wants to talk things over. The Lightning come into this game a 4-3 record on the road and 14-15 overall record. So the Lightning a little slow. They were started okay in the first 2 possessions offensively, but the storyline right now is the offense by the Halifax Hurricanes. The Canes come into this game shooting 47% from the field, and that's pretty good. That's only 1 percentage point lower than the Lightning at 48.
That's right, and if you're Halifax, it's way too early to get comfortable. It's way too early to get overconfident, especially with a team full of beasts like the London Lightning. So Halifax, obviously, they're not going to continue to shoot 78% all night. However, if they can keep it within what they're used to, around that 48 to 50%, I think they got a really good chance.
In the previous matchup between these 2 teams, the Lightning got it done at Budweiser Garden, 112-99. Kirk Williams Jr. led the way with 23 points off the bench. Royce White had 22, but they shot 50% from the field compared to 40% from the field for the Halifax Hurricanes. Billy White led the way with 27 in 20 minutes.
And that, if you look at the stats from that game, that really was the difference in what was an otherwise even game statistically, but really the difference in that one, a 6-point win, was the better shooting by the London Lightning.
Awesome crowd on hand here at Scotiabank Center for this matchup this afternoon. And it's great to see. And fans, I tell you, I've said it every single broadcast. If you have an opportunity to get down here to Scotiabank Center when the Hurricanes are at home, it's a great opportunity. It's a family-friendly opportunity for you and friends to come down and watch a game.
Yeah, it's a great time.
Coming out of that timeout, Mo Bolden unable to connect.
They had the face painting and the bouncy castles going on before the game today.
They pretty much got it all for the kids. And
Great
CJ
finish.
gets it going with the right hand and close there. And that's usually where CJ goes to work, and that's his office.
Him and Billy both have such great footwork, and they're both good with the right and left. Ooh, fancy ball handling. Great
And
pass.
Anderson able to break down the defense, and a nice cut towards the rim, and a right hand finish on the reversal by Williamson.
That was a pretty one. I have a feeling we'll see that on the highlight reel later.
That's a 10-point lead now, back up to 12. Washington again with the right hand down low. Williamson with the dribble drive. You wanted to contact, didn't come. Canes got numbers in transition, and Mason goes cup to cup with the right hand finish.
That was great defense by Billy there to stay straight up, and a good no call by the refs.
So the transition defense a little bit suspect right now by the Lightning, giving up those transitions for the Hurricanes, and that's their strength. And they're coming to do it, looking to do it again. That is White now. Hand off to Washington. He misses. Second chance coming up. Third. White can't get the left hand to go. Bolden with the rebound.
And they're going to push it again.
Williamson on the break, and collision and a block at the rim by Billy White. But the physicality ensuing here, Royce White and Watson staring each other down. But if you could see in the replay, if we get a chance to see it, Matt, and here it comes. There's a fight between Clint Scales and White, as Clint Scales was trying to block out White there off the ball.
I feel like that might be where the call was. I'm not sure it was on the shot.
So we're trying to sort things out here.
Yeah, but Cliff Clinkscales was doing his best against Royce White in what was a huge mismatch. And Halifax will get the ball.
So after all that, Royce White's point counts. And I'm not sure, it looks like, not even sure if there was a foul call at all. So Royce White is rewarded the basket. 23-11 is the score here. We got 6-14 and we continue on. Watson, jump shot, in and out. Rebound by Mo Bolden. As Ramel Brown checks into the game for the Hurricanes. Anderson puts it up for three. That's in and out.
See if Ramel Brown draws Royce White on defense now.
No doubt Ramel Brown has to guard Royce White. That's a matchup that we're going to have to take a close look at. White, though, with the left hand off the window. Beautiful pocket pass there by Clint Scales.
It's his game.
Herring Jr. now. Draws the double team. Down the baseline, reversal, no good. Royce White with the rebound, and he's fouled by Clinkscales. And White will go to the line to shoot two.
Really got to say it again. The pace which with the London Lightning are pushing this game offensively. They're not even getting into any offensive sets, Vince. It's drive, 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 drive. Not working for them so far, but if they can sustain it, eventually something's going to break down.
Clinkscales first. Absolutely right. And I mean, the pace is just, it's been up and down for both sides. Hurricanes getting more beneficiating on that up and down pace as they're getting a lot of looks in transition and they're converting.
And what's good, Halifax so far not into that foul trouble. That's what you see a lot when teams are pressing, and attacking. The defense will get into, the defending team gets into foul trouble. Halifax playing very disciplined defense so far for the most part.
Ramel Brown with a two-handed hammer off the dribble drive. And Brown.
A contested hammer at that.
And he usually gets one a game is Ramel. Trying to guard White now. White with the nice right hand finish. He looked for the contact, none coming. 12-point lead for the Hurricanes. Poole puts it up for three. Shot is short. Poole checking in for the first time for the Canes. Along with Friesen Laddie and Williams Jr. for the Lightning. Williams Jr. trying to go to work on Clinkscales, kicked it out to Bolden, and Bolden's called for too many steps.
Everyone saw that.
Along with the head coach Mike Leslie there, encouraging Jason Steele to call that traveling call. Too many steps on Bolden. Still a 12-point lead, 4:36 left. Taquan Zimmerman checks in for the first time for the Canes.
This is going to be a challenging game, I think, defensively for Cliff Clinkscales. A lot of those guys that he's tasked with guarding are size mismatches for him. So far, Halifax doing a good job of being able to keep from that ISO, but I wouldn't be surprised if I saw London go at him a little bit more.
Shot was short there, knocked out of bounds, and it's definitely a lot of mismatches that we're going to take a look. And it's, you know, if you look on the floor now, there's a few of them for the Lightning in size, but not in athleticism. Both of these teams are very athletic as Herring Jr. knocks down the three ball, and that's his first on the afternoon. Herring Jr. not a stranger to Scotiabank Center, as he's played several years with the St. John Riptide, formerly known as the St. John, as they changed over their name in most recent years. He started his career here in the Atlantic Division as Mo Bolden with the dribble drive, and he's fouled. But he's called for too many steps, so back-to-back travel calls on Mo Bolden. He's off to a slow start. Bolden
gonna take the ball with him
on 6 games since being
there.
acquired by the Lightning, Matt. 19 points in 6 games. He's been a very good pickup for the London Lightning.
I'd say so. If you can pick a guy up and start dropping 19 and 10, the 19 points is also averaging 10 rebounds a game. That's a double-double. It's really solid.
And most teams are looking for double-double machines.
Yes, sir.
And they equals wins, and they equal 12 straight for the London Lightning. 29-18 is the score. Hurricanes lead. Mason pulls up for 3. That shot's too strong. Rebound by Williams Jr. As Herring Jr. will try his hand again from downtown, and that's a miss. Rebound by White. White back the other way.
Ooh.
And he turns it over. Right down the other end is Royce White waiting for the two-handed flush.
Yep, a little bit too easy.
Probably the easiest attempt for Royce White on the afternoon.
He's coming down John at the ref. Something going on he doesn't like. Taquan
from downtown, he misses. Hurricanes starting to cool off from the field. Herring Jr. with the dribble drive, and he's fouled at the cup by Zimmerman. And that's Zimmerman's first.
What do you think? Do you think Halifax is cooling off because they're getting a little bit gassed right now? And Coach Leslie doing a good job of keeping the bench moving. But it's been a fast-paced game.
Well, it's the second unit in, and the second unit from both teams are going to be vital in this game.
Big time. Well, you mentioned the last time they played, it was a reserve, I believe, Kirk Williams Jr., who led them in scoring, the London Lightning, right?
With 23 points, so very vital to their success as their second unit is the London Lightning. As Capers checks in for the first time for the Lightning, and Herring Jr. knocks down both. 7-point lead now. The largest was 12 for the Canes.
But you got to know, against a team like London, a 12-point lead.
You knew they were going to respond.
Somehow.
You don't win 12 straight without having a response. Ramel Brown again with the right-handed finish at the rim. So nice roll back towards the rim off of that two-man game, off the pick and roll. Ramel Brown knows how to finish around the rim, Matt. We don't see many layups when he gets his opportunity in close.
And has he ever turned it into a great player to watch?
Dribble drive there. Royce White once again gets the foul call as Ramel Brown comes into this game, averaging 6 points. The 6'7" center from Manhattan College. 2:08 left. Royce White Misses the first.
Blanks the first one.
If there's any part of Royce White's game that's needs a little bit more improvement, is probably the free throw line. It's 57% he comes in, but he rattles down the second. Not a lot of parts of Royce White's game can you say needs improvement on.
No. I mean, you're not an NBA lotto pick for nothing.
Absolutely. 31-23, 2 minutes to go. CJ back in for the Canes along with Poole. Poole fires for three. That shot's no good. Williams Jr. comes up with the rebound. Friesen Laddie back the other way, left hand, and he draws the contact, and he'll go to the line to shoot two.
Former Hurricane.
Joel Friesen Laddie, that is, as we knew him as Joel Friesen.
We did, yeah.
The hyphen came later, and I do believe it this season is the first time.
I think it was this season, yeah.
From the University of Alberta, Joel is 6'5" guard, Canadian. And he rattles home the first. Joel shooting 78% on the season from the charity stripe. Averaging 11 points off the bench.
He was a big part of their championship team last year.
Absolutely. And Friesen misses the second. So the struggles continue a little bit here for the London Lightning from the free throw line. They come into this game shooting 72%. Both of these teams shooting 72% from that specific category. Ramel Brown again.
Just too big.
With the left hand.
Great finish. Getting some good minutes out of him off the bench.
Yeah, he's definitely taking it to Royce White. Not allowing him to relax on the defensive end. White, though, comes back the other way with the right hand.
Tough to stop.
Tit for tat, both big men going after each other, and back-to-back possessions.
That's one of the reasons they brought Ramel Brown in this year. Get that big body to assist with dealing with Royce White.
Zimmerman now swings it to Mason. Shot clock way under 10. Mason spin move. Right hand finish.
What
Mason.
touch.
Antoine with the teardrop off of the spin.
Great touch.
And we're under a minute here in the first. Hurricanes by 9. Royce draws a double team. Williams Jr. for three. No good. Rebound by Poole.
That might be the longest set I've seen them run on offense.
Inside. Kicked out. Zimmerman for three. Bang! He connects from downtown. A good look for Zimmerman as he drains the three ball. The Hurricanes are shooting the lights out in this first quarter from downtown, Matt.
Yeah, and that was a beautiful, unselfish play by C.J. Washington. He could have easily taken that ball and gone for the layup. He had good positioning underneath. I don't know if we'll see the replay, but that kick out to a wide open. Here we go. You see it there.
All day to shoot that three ball.
Boom.
A
Very
good
nice.
look from downtown, and that's one guy that you don't want to have a standstill three with all that time is Taquan Zimmerman. He's been outstanding from beyond the arc for the Hurricanes this season.
He's been their sharpshooter this year.
Capers is fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot two. And Capers' first one is short. Marcus, averaging 12 points on the season, comes in to this afternoon's game shooting 70% from the charity stripe. And he knocks down the second. So the trend continues. 1 for 2 for the Lightning from the free throw line. CJ trying to beat the shot clock, game clock, and Mason at the buzzer. Antoine Mason with the follow-up. Huge play.
Take a look at that. CJ with the miss. Great position, great follow-up by Antoine Mason.
Can't do anything better than that. Can't do much better than that, that is, as Mason was on fire in that quarter, Matt, as he finishes with 14 points. Mason, 6 for 9 from the field, 2 for 4 from downtown with 3 rebounds. Mason, the story in the first 12.
Oh, definitely. He's been hitting the three-point shot. He's been attacking the rim. He's really been on fire for them. Halifax, like you said, Vince, they're shooting the lights out right now from field goal range. They're 62%. They're 4 of 10 from beyond the arc, which is pretty good as a team. But really the stat that's sticking out to me in this one, for assists, Halifax 11, London Lightning have 2, and that's indicative of the kind of game that they've been playing. Halifax has been getting into their sets. They've been moving the ball around, getting good shots, whereas London has chose to press. And so far, Halifax is coming out on top. But again, still 3/4 basketball left.
Lots of basketball left in this one, and it will give the opportunity for the London Lightning to come back, being down 13 points in the 12-game winning streak on the line here this afternoon. But we got a dandy for these fans joining us, and we want to join in all the many fans from London that are watching this broadcast as well, wherever you may be around the world and across Canada, across the National Basketball League of Canada. And we have another game in the National Basketball League of Canada this afternoon, and we'll take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Kent.
Yeah, that game, the St. John's Edge, taking on the Niagara Riverlines. That game has not started yet, starting in another 25 minutes or so. Once we start getting scores in that one, we'll keep you updated, folks.
And the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Kent. So, back to the action here. 12 minutes in the books. The Hurricanes with a 13-point lead. Some major adjustments for the London Lightning going into the next 12, as the Hurricanes did outstanding, pretty much did what they want to on the offensive end with the transition game, the mid-transition game in their half-court sets. They got some outstanding looks at the goal, and they made the Lightning pay with 40 points.
Yeah, and they're, we talked about Antoine Mason. He's had a great game. CJ Washington's good, 3 of 6, but really Ramel Brown came in off the bench. He's 3 for 3. He's got 2 easy flushes and then a real nice layup that he just used his body basically to beat his man to the basket. He's on the court now, I see, so they're going to go with the same set they had in, minus Antoine Mason and with Mike Poole in.
So the Lightning with control of the basketball to start the second. Reason Laddie to Bolden. Bolden trying to back down Brown here. Bolden takes it at Brown, and Brown did an outstanding job of staying in front of Bolden there.
Yep, stayed in front, stayed straight up, didn't leave his feet or reach.
That was a tough shot attempt for Bolden.
Halifax winning the points in the paint game so far, 24-16.
Brown now, the Poole, teardrops good with the right hand. Good ball movement continuing over here in the second quarter. Hurricanes giving up the good shot for the great shot.
Yep. Finding that open man, and it's resulting in points.
CJ's call for the foul off the ball. That's CJ's first, team's first. Capers now turns it over, and look out, here we go. Poole puts in the two-handed flush. Great defensive play, Poole. Hand in the passing lane and an easy run out and finish at the rim.
Yep, earned those 2 points. One of the better defenders is Mike Poole, especially the on-ball defender. But he gets his hand in that passing lane, like you said, and a nice flush.
Anderson with the reversal. Bolden, dribble drive, and he is denied, but the contact's there by CJ, and CJ picks up his second, team second.
Good aggressive defense. Here we go, you see Mike wide open. Sees no one there, puts it in with an easy flush. Nothing flashy, just 2 points.
Usually not flashy. The only thing silky smooth from Poole we usually see is that jumper.
Yes, sir.
Bolden hits the first. Mo comes into this one. 6 games, and this is game number 7, averaging 19 points. He's a 67% free throw shooter, and he rattles out the second. So 1 for 2 on that trip for Bolden. 44-28, 10:43 to go here in the second. Clint Scales to Brown. Brown kicks it out to Zimmerman. Zimmerman, shot clock way under. They got to put it up. And a turnover and finish at the rim by Mike Poole. So
he stuck with it.
They definitely stuck with it. Turned it over, almost a shot clock violation. And the bounces are going the way of the Hurricanes. Williams Jr., though, breaks 3 off of that 2-man game, and he finishes at the rim.
That was a nice play.
16-point lead, the largest for the Canes. Poole again, bang, and he knocks down the 3 ball. And Poole's got words.
He's
and not so much words, but a look towards the Lightning bench. But Williams Jr. back the other way with the left hand. They will respond quickly, and you mentioned it several times. They don't waste time getting up and down the floor.
No, and they're not going to be intimidated. They're not going to be bothered by a momentum that gets built. This is a championship team, right?
And it's a lot of the returning pieces of that championship team for the Lightning. Not a lot of changes for both sides, to be exact, coming into this one. Keeping their core players from last season. As CJ goes to the bench, and checking in for the first time is number 22, Ronaldo Dixon, along with
Brian
Rouse. And Royce checks back in for the Lightning. Poole baseline, pull up. It's no good. Ronaldo with the rebound. Second chance coming up. Poole again will try his hand from downtown, and he misses on the other side. So
can't blame him. You got the hot hand. Why not?
Lightning dodge a bullet there. Williams Jr. down low, contact, and count it. Kirk Williams Jr. going to work down low, a foot away from the basket. That's his third straight layup coming off the right side this time, and he gets the and one.
Yeah, and that foul on Klinkskills, like I said, one of those mismatches that they were looking for, and Klinkskills against Williamson, that's a tough draw. Just outbodies him. He's got bigger size.
And Williams Jr. can't complete the three-point play. Jump shot from three, Ronaldo no good. Rebound by Ramel Brown, and flushed it with the right hand and not giving up on the play. Following his shot is Ronaldo, and he finishes with the right hand.
Yeah, kids, if you're watching at home, that's good basketball. Follow your shot. It'll pay off.
Williams Jr. loses the handle.
Steal.
2-on-1 back the other way. The big man dribbling. Nice take and beautiful assist in transition from Ramel Brown.
Usually I'm seeing that the other way around with Cliff giving it up.
He was looking to give it up. Clint was actually looking for it, was yelling for it, but Ramel said, hey, listen, I'll handle this one. And Royce White responding back the other way, though.
Geez, you're getting a good game here, folks.
Up and down the paces, fast and furious here between these two teams. Oh, nice no-look pass. Poole can't finish, though. Rebound by Williams Jr. Klink wanted that assist. White, though, inside. Nice beautiful pass. Nice reverse layup down low to Garrett Williamson. So just like that, a lot of points starting to pile up inside the paint now for the Lightning.
Yeah, and a great cut by Williamson.
Rouse gets his second chance opportunity himself, his own rebound. And that's Brian Rouse's game. Likes to get to the cup, a dribble driver, slasher, behind the back pass, no looks, no good, is turned over by Anderson. He tried to connect with Williamson. Klink comes back the other way down the left side.
See what we got here.
We got a foul off the ball, looks like. That's called on the Lightning. That's on Williamson. Multiple substitutions for the Canes.
Ramel Brown getting the applause as he comes off the court.
Ramel did an outstanding job in his time.
Sure did.
Quality minutes is what you get from Ramel Brown. He's one of your favorites.
He is, yeah. He's quickly become one of my favorites. The more minutes they gave him, the more fun he became to watch. He's got 3 assists. He's got 3 boards. He's got 6 points. That's great off the bench. And we're still not even halfway through the second quarter yet.
Ramel Brown, the big man from Manhattan College, your guy. So the Canes, after this afternoon's game, they will go on the road and they will take on the Moncton Magic on the 27th and the Island Storm the following night on the 28th before returning here on February 1st to take on the St. John Riptide. So just another reminder, several reminders you're going to get throughout this broadcast. If you are in Halifax, if you are from Halifax and you are listening in to our broadcast, we thank you.
Yep.
Or wherever you may be. If you're in town and the Hurricanes are playing, there's many ways to get tickets to this great family-friendly atmosphere here at Scotiabank. 1, email them at info@halifaxhurricanes.ca. 2, call them 902-377-3052, or simply follow them on their many social media handles, their website, halifaxhurricanes.ca, their Twitter and Instagram, one of the same, HFX Hurricanes. So lots of ways to get tickets to see the defending Atlantic Division champions, the Halifax Hurricanes.
Yeah, that's right, folks. And if you haven't been to a game yet, you got little ones, you got kids, whether they're sports fans or not, I promise you, you're going to have a good time with your family. Come on out.
Lots to do here besides cheer on the home team, the Halifax Hurricanes. Lots of giveaways. You can see one right now. A huge t-shirt promotion from Q104.
So I think that's BJ Wilson's favorite thing to do is go out here and
get
fire
that cannon
t-shirts at
going.
people.
So 7:31 left here in the second quarter. Canes with a comfortable lead, but not too comfortable. 55-38 as Mason will inbound on the baseline.
I don't think any lead against London's a comfortable lead.
And I opted to use those words very, very cautiously.
Yeah.
Rouse with the jumper. Bang, and he knocks it down. Brian Rouse with the jumper, and that's an improved part of Brian Rouse's game, is the jump shot. He likes to finish at the rim, and he finishes that shot. Rouse coming into this game, only averaging a point a game with limited minutes.
Yep.
But he's been showing up in a big game in a huge situation for the Canes off the bench in the reserve role. He has 5 on the afternoon.
Yeah, he's doing great. Former St. Mary's University Husky.
Mike Poole will check back. As that foul's on Clinchcales, that's his 3rd.
3 on him, uncharacteristic.
So Clinchcales will probably finish the rest of this half on the bench. Herring Jr. now. Akumgabi just checking into the game, and he knocks it down with the right hand. Akumgube.
His first season, rookie out of North Carolina A&T.
So I messed it up the first time, and it only took me the second time to get it right.
It's all right, at least you got it right.
I usually do. Get one a game.
There's usually a few names, folks, that
Washington misses that jumper from downtown.
you gotta go to the bench before the game and make sure you're pronouncing it right.
And Herring Jr. knocks down the 3 ball, and that forces a quick timeout as Mike Lessie wants to talk things over.
Yep, not a bad idea. You haven't burned many timeouts yet before they can mount any kind of a comeback or decent momentum. It's a smart timeout by coach, I think. Get those defensive sets sorted out.
57-43, Canes lead. We'll take a quick look at the numbers here. Leading the way for the Hurricanes is Antoine Mason, still with 14 points. Royce White's got 12. He's 4 for 6 from the field. 4 for 6 from the charity stripe with 2 rebounds. Mason 6 for 9 from the field. 2 for 4 from downtown. And, the reserves, relatively good for both sides. As Williams Jr. has 6. He's 3 for 4 from the field with 4 rebounds. And Ramel Brown with 6 off the bench. Also, he's 3 for 3 with 3 assists and 3 rebounds.
Yeah, the reserves have been good. Billy White in there, he's got 5 rebounds, leading all rebounders so far. He had a great, quiet scoring-wise, only 6 points. But what he was doing on the glass and defensively when he was out has been awesome.
And the Canes doing an outstanding job of taking care of the basketball as well. They didn't really turn it over in the first matchup. Only turned it over 11 times total on the road in that defeat. And they only have 2 thus far this afternoon.
Yeah, at this point in the game, if your team's only got 2 turnovers, you're laughing.
Mason now off the screen to Ronaldo. Dribble hand off to Rouse. Rouse slashing with the right hand, trying to take Weiss right off the dribble. Kicked out to Mason. Mason's got to hurry though. Shot clock under 10. Mason, right hand,
nice
beautiful finish off the
glass.
window there. That's a tough shot to complete. Dribbling left and finishing, fading away from the basket with the right-handed finish off the window. You could see Mason is making an assertive effort to be good offensively. The last few ball games here at Scotiabank Center, it was very slow in the first 24 minutes. Picked it up in the second half, but he is not leaving it for chance in the second half in this big matchup.
No, he's a mailman today.
Poole, jumper again, can't knock it down, so good looks for Mike Poole. Struggling a little bit, he's 0 for 3 in the last 3 attempts. 59-43, Hurricanes lead. White now kicks it out, swung to Anderson from downtown, and he misses. And Anderson's been very good from beyond the arc throughout the season here.
Yeah, he can
for
score.
the Lightning.
Make no mistake about it, Ryan Anderson can score the ball.
Mason again attacks the rim, and he picks up the foul. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
And that's a Mason that we're used to seeing this season, attacking that rim, getting hacked, and making good use of that much improved. You see it there on the replay. Took the foul, went down hard. He'll get 2 shots. Well, as I was saying, making good use of the much improved free throw shooting this season.
And Akim Kube
Brian Rouse gets a big
picks up the foul.
So he takes a seat.
Yeah, Rouse did a good job with 5 points. You don't usually see Rouse this early in the game.
No, you don't.
Huge moment for him. I'm happy to see Rouse contributing. Mason knocks down the first.
Smart basketball by Coach Leslie, though. I think you've got the lead, but not doing the wholesale changes and getting the reserves in so that they give it up, but getting his guys in enough that they're getting a breather. You see, I was talking with Billy. Billy hasn't been out in a few minutes, getting good use out of Ronaldo Dixon. Why not?
And Mason hits the second. He's got 18 now. Royce White back the other way, and he gets the foul on Ronaldo.
You're going to give him continuation. Yep, they are. Looked like you got him on the floor, but regardless, see the replay here. He's checking him, hand checking. Yeah, it's a good call.
Royce will go back to the free throw line to shoot 2. He drains the first.
Again, Royce White, that's a tough defensive assignment for anybody.
And he drains the second. Royce got 14 now. 61-45. Just under 5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Canes lead. Mason, the Washington, swings at the Poole. Poole pulls up the jumper. Continuing to struggle. He can't knock down that one.
He started off red hot. He's since cooled off.
Anderson. He almost turns it over. And they would have been off to the races there, him and Poole. Poole and Mason, that is. They were able to come up with that loose ball. Anderson, however, inbounds. 16 on the shot clock here as Herring Jr. trying to back down Poole. He gets it knocked away there by CJ. Ronaldo for 3. He misses. So they're cooling off a little bit from beyond the arc, and in between are the Canes. Opportunity now for Herring Jr. from downtown. Bang! And he makes no mistake. Good look for Herring Jr. from beyond the arc. And that's number 3 for Herring Jr. He's 3 for 4 from beyond the arc, and he's got 11 now. 61-48 is the lead for the Canes. Ronaldo again from downtown. Connects, though. Ronaldo right back. Rights the ship momentarily for the Hurricanes. He had a good look from beyond the arc, and that's what the big man for the Lightning are going to give Ronaldo, those opportunities. He can shoot it from downtown.
He's one of those, he's a quiet, good three-point shooter, effective three-point shooter. A lot of guys don't realize that he often gets that space out there, and they keep giving it to him. Eventually, one of those was going to drop. It's like Watson.
Watson's call for his third, and he's not happy, and he'll go to the bench as Taquan Zimmerman and Theon Reefer check in for the Hurricanes, along with Poole. Poole will go to the bench as well.
Royce White bodying up. Nice hands by Ronaldo
Good
Dixon.
double team. Mason back the other way. Inside, the Reefer, right hand, no good with the reversal. And a rebound amongst the trees there. That's scooped up there by Herring Jr. Herring Jr. again in and out. That definitely a heat check from beyond the arc for Herring Jr. Looking for number 4 on the afternoon.
He was going to have it, yeah. Halifax looking to get a couple points now.
3 minutes to go, and that's knocked out of bounds by the Lightning. And it will remain Hurricane possession here. 13 on the shot clock, 3 minutes exactly on the game clock in the second quarter. Canes never trailed in this one. They haven't trailed it, to be exact, excuse me. Zimmerman in tight.
Great pass. Man, did he ever thread the needle on that?
CJ with the left hand. Unselfish basketball in the half-court set continuing, Matt. Anderson answers, though, from beyond the arc. And they don't waste time scoring baskets and responding as the Lightning.
They do not.
As Anderson knocks down his first from beyond the arc, 1 of 3 in that category. Taekwon trying to answer, rattles around, and last touched by the Lightning, and it will remain Hurricane possession here. 2:21 to go. Fresh shot clock coming up for the Canes. 15-point lead for the Hurricanes, and an errant pass there off the inbound, and that's back over. So an uncharacteristic turnover for the Hurricanes.
Yeah. Easy mistakes like that come back to haunt you in the end. Can't make too many of those. 2:20 left to go.
So it'll be Lightning possession, inbound by Herring Jr. Royce White on Ronaldo, draws a double team. White, left hand's good. You gotta pay great attention to detail when Royce White has the basketball, and he can do many things inside the paint when he has it.
He's one of the strongest players in the league. Physically, one of the strongest players in the league, obviously as reigning MVP.
He can take the man one-on-one. He can draw the double team, sometimes a triple team, and if that comes, he also can find the open man. Always can find the open man with the efficient pass.
Yeah, he's averaging 6 assists a game, which is a lot for a big man.
Because he knows that double team and sometimes triple team's going to come.
That's right.
That's one of the things that you got to work on if you're a post player.
Well, you don't get drafted into the NBA by mistake.
Absolutely. Mr. Lotto. Mason tries his hand from downtown. That's no good.
6 foul's going to go against the Hurricanes. Who's that's down on the ground right now? Herring Jr. covering his face. Looks like he might have taken a shot.
Trying to gather himself before he's being assisted by the medical staff, but he's okay. Gets some help off the floor. He's back on his feet.
I think he just took a bit of a shot. Akingube told the medical staff to stay where they were. Don't worry about it.
Yes.
Buy a little bit of time even.
A minute 21 left. That's foul on. We can take a look here. Exactly what happened.
So yeah, looks like he took a shot there coming down for the rebound from Zimmerman.
Just before I was about to say, Zimmerman picks up his third personal. Hurricanes over the limit. Lightning will shoot free throws the rest of the way. Herring Jr. makes both of them. (66-55). Ronaldo.
Nice step.
Right hand finish at
Great
the rim.
finish.
Good touch around the rim there for Ronaldo. As you can see, as his game from beyond the arc evolves, they close out on him. He can finish at the rim with the dribble drive too. CJ looking for the jump ball there. It's not coming. And it looks like he's called for the personal, and Royce White will go to the free throw line. That's CJ's third, so you got 3 guys in foul trouble, foul difficulty now. CJ's got 3, Klingscale's got 3, so does
Watson and Zimmerman. So
you got 4 guys in foul difficulty.
I think I jinxed the team in the first quarter when I said Halifax doing a good job of not taking too many fouls, but like I said, with that aggressive style of offense that the Lightning play, you're going to pick up fouls.
Royce goes 1 for 2, and that summons Denny McDonald off the bench as he checks in for CJ.
Now I'm curious to see, Billy might, haven't seen Billy White in a few minutes. He's only got 1 foul on him. He's not in foul trouble. Might be a little bit hurt. I'm interested to see what we can find out in halftime. No promises though, folks.
So well under a minute here in the second quarter. Reefer off the dribble was able to leave Royce White in the dust, though. Nevertheless, he misses the shot. Williamson back the other way. No good.
Oh, no.
Mason had it. Looked like he got pushed from behind by his own player, and that was Danny McDonald. So Hurricanes trying to scramble back in defensive transition. As Williamson was racing up the court couldn't finish with the right hand off of that reefer miss. 32.6 seconds left in the second. Canes by 12. White now trying to go back to work. Kicks it inside to Williamson. Doesn't put it up. We got a 3-second call. Too much time inside that painted area. Called on the Lightning, and they turn it over with the violation. Mike Leslie wants to talk things over with 23.1 seconds left. You got to think that the Hurricanes will hold for the last shot, Matt.
Yeah, it only makes sense. You've got the lead at this point. You don't need to force anything. You don't need to jack up a three. So why not use your entire shot clock? See if you can get another couple points going into the second half.
So Mike Leslie calling timeout, and it looks like you're getting your wish as Billy checking to the scores table. He'll check in, coming out of that timeout.
He looks fresh.
Limited minutes for White.
Might be resting him for the second quarter or second half, excuse me.
Kids continuing to dance in the aisles here at Scotiabank Center, and this is a continuing trend around the National Basketball League of Canada. It's one of the things, if you get on the Jumbotron, it's your time to shine.
That's right, and the fans in Halifax, with the exception of these folks now, usually don't disappoint.
And they haven't broke out the Mike Leslie dance cam yet.
No, they haven't. No, they have not.
The Tyrone Watson flex cam.
The flex cam. We'll see it, though. I'm sure we'll see it.
It's usually a second half favor.
Yeah.
So, 23.1 seconds left. Adjustments being made by both teams off of this Hurricane timeout. Canes leading 68-56. Looking to close on a strong note and keep this deficit either at 12 or extend it to even more.
Yep.
Hurricanes will go with White, Clinkscales checks back, Poole, and Zimmerman along with Ronaldo. And Klink will hold here and take command for the last shot. Closely guarded by Herring Jr. Ronaldo now, he's got to hurry. Game clock under 5. Ronaldo, right hand, finish, Ronaldo.
Good job of getting back in Gube there.
Herring Jr.'s prayers, no good. And I thought, I'm not sure if they actually drew that up for Ronaldo to take that shot, but he was in a situation where he had to hurry.
Yeah, he was. He only had about 6 seconds left on the clock. Did a good job, nice first step, got himself around Akingube for an easy layup.
So 14 points is the deficit for the Lightning. Their 12-game winning streak on the line as the Canes go to the halftime break up 14, 70-56. And fans, stay with us. We're going to step aside here for the halftime break, but stay with us. You are watching Halifax Hurricanes basketball on the Halifax Hurricanes YouTube channel. Mason, White, Watson, Washington, and Clinkscales will start for the Canes. White draws the foul on Mo Bolden. Bolden, Anderson, Williamson, White, and Herring Jr. will start the third. So no changes to the starting lineup for both teams, but major adjustments, I would imagine, for both teams, even though the Hurricanes are leading by 14.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, you have to, especially with the amount of foul trouble that some of those starters are in. Look at Watson, Clinkscales, and I think Washington also has 3, if I'm correct.
He does.
He does, yeah. So Halifax in a bit of foul trouble with those starters, with the exception of Billy White. So, yeah, you have no choice. You have to make a few changes and adjustments to make sure that you can keep those guys for the rest of the game.
Billy, in limited minutes in the first 24 minutes, was able to knock down both of those free throws. But Billy only played 20 in the first matchup and ended up leading the team with 27 points. So
true enough, yep.
Very productive in limited minutes.
Yep, and he's been productive on limited minutes today so far as well. 6 points, 5 rebounds, but some great defense.
And a foul away from the ball on the screen looks like for Royce White. That's his second, team second, so not the start that the Lightning wanted coming out of the halftime break. White puts it up for 3, no good. Rebound, Anderson corrals it. Herring Jr. back the other way now. Williamson, baseline, kicked out to Herring Jr. He wants to slow it up, swings it to Mo Bolden. Bolden, he'll put up the jumper, that's short. Rebound by Mason. And Mo Bolden continuing the struggle from the field for the Lightning.
Yep.
Bolden 1 for 6. Mason puts it up. He didn't struggle that much in the first 24 minutes. Led all scorers with 18. 7 for 11 from the field. Bolden with the left hand. He tried to throw down the emphatic left hand dunk on Billy White as White picks up the foul.
Trying to put Billy in that poster.
White avoids it.
Foul. You'll see the replay here. He drives, goes to put it in. No good. Billy
just short of the rim there. Couldn't finish.
See, Billy didn't think he had the foul there, but I think the replay shows otherwise.
Nevertheless, a good foul by Billy.
Yep.
If Bolden makes it or misses it here and they come up with the rebound, and they do. Bolden goes 1 for 2 from the charity stripe. 72-57. We are very early here in the third quarter. Hurricanes lead. Vince Williams, Matt Elliott with the call. Hurricanes basketball. Thank you for joining us, wherever you may be. Mason puts it up for 3. It's too strong. He's 0 for 2 from downtown in this quarter. Anderson tries his hand, and that's in and out. And Anderson continuing the cold shooting. Didn't get a really good look. Kind of rushed that 3 ball.
Yeah, it looked like it. Nice pass.
Mason cutting up back door. Nice
job drawing the contact.
Pick up there, and good awareness by CJ though. Finding Mason, cutting.
Streaking, yeah.
Without the basketball. And Mason will go to the line to shoot 2 now. Mason, as I mentioned, was outstanding in the first 24 minutes. 18 points.
Yeah, he was all over the place. He even had 5 rebounds.
For the Auburn product. So he makes the first. Mason in his second season with the Hurricanes.
He's always got interesting socks on. Can't tell who's got on today.
Very smart individual. Finished his Masters last year in the season. During the season, that is. As he went 1 or 2. Got his Masters while playing here last season. So
good on him. These guys, they've got a pretty grueling schedule, so to pull that off in season, that's no small feat.
You got to be able to have great time management.
Yes, sir.
Mason again, and he draws the foul on Mo Bolden, and he'll go back to the free throw line.
Why not? Keep doing it. Keep getting those fouls.
He puts a lot of pressure on the opposition's defensive player individually. You got to do an outstanding job and stay in front of Antoine Mason.
Yep.
Because he can get it done with right or left hand, and that foul's on Bolden. It's his fourth. It looks like his, not sure if it's third, like his third foul on Bolden. Team's 4th in this quarter. So the Lightning almost getting into some foul difficulty, Matt. 3 more and they're in the penalty the rest of the way. And we got 9:53, a lot of time left.
Yeah,
you got to think that the strategy, the change of this narrative and storyline would be to try to get to the rim and force the Lightning to foul you.
Well, why not? Especially if you got an aggressive player and a strong player like Antoine Mason, who's great at drawing those fouls. You mentioned he's a tough defensive assignment. Even if you've got length over him, he's so strong and so aggressive that
Herring's able to knock down that jumper. 75-59. 9:20 to go here in the third. Clinkscales to Mason. Closely guarded by Anderson, trying to stay in front of him, but he takes Anderson off the dribble and draws another foul.
Keep going to the well, why not?
And Anderson wondering where the foul came from. And that's Anderson's 2nd, team's 5th.
See the highlight of it here, driving. Just a little bit of a reach by Anderson.
Continuing to be aggressive is Antoine Mason. And he knows where those fouls are. He can see, everybody can see in the building where the team fouls are on this scoreboard.
Oh, yeah.
You can't miss the scoreboard here at Scotiabank Center, and you can't miss the announcement by the PA announcer, Chris Lydon, who will tell you how many team fouls you have.
Yep.
And how many personals. But he goes 0 for 2 in this trip.
He had 5 fouls in less than 3 minutes. And a steal.
Mason, look out in transition, and he's fouled by Herring Jr. And Herring Jr. didn't think he got him.
He is not happy with that call.
Mason will go back to the free throw line for the 3rd time in this quarter.
Keep doing it. And here you see the replay, gets the steal, uses the body. Herring just looks like he got a little bit of that arm, just enough for the call. When you're moving at that speed, it's tough. You're not going to get that no call, right?
Williams Jr., definitely not from behind.
No.
You're coming from behind through the body. Most times,
Yeah.
the anticipation by the official,
That's gonna
whether
be a
it's
reach.
there or not, they're going to call it. Mason knocks down both, so he rights the ship after going 0 for 3 in the last trips to the charity stripe. Anderson answers back the other way with the right hand, though. 77-61, 16-point lead for the Hurricanes.
See if the Canes keep going at the rim.
Mason runs, White runs right into the chest of Williamson, and he steps in and takes the charge. Outstanding defensive play there by Garrett.
That's great defensive play, getting his feet set and taking that charge, forcing the turnover.
Billy's 3rd now, team 2nd. So it didn't take long for Billy to get 3 personals.
No, it didn't.
Royce White now trying to back down Watson. Couldn't get it done with the right hand on the left side. Watson back the other way in transition. Kane's got numbers. Right hand's no good. Williamson with the rebound. He turns it over. Nope. Picked up. Scooped up. And a connection between Capers and Williamson. He doesn't make any mistake finishing with the right hand at the rim.
No, nice finish. They had the 3-on-1 there. London had the numbers. It was going to go in regardless, I think.
Clinkscales swings it to White. Watson down low, draws the double team, kick out. Klink from 3, nice freeze. Blow by,
Great
left hand
take.
off the window. Good freeze dribble and blow by Clinkscales, and the lob's no good as Capers try to get the connection, and it looked like it was last touch by the Hurricanes, but they're rewarding the Hurricanes. We can take a look at the replay here. Not sure, and they make the
Turned it
correction.
over.
I think that's the right call.
I think it is too. The fans aren't going to like it. You never like it when a call gets overturned, but I think it's the right one. Don't know if we'll get to see it.
79-63, Hurricanes lead. White inside, teardrop, no good.
Good D.
Fade away from the rim, so great defensive play again individually by Watson. Mason for 3, no good. Rebound by Williamson.
Push off.
And it looks like we got a push on the rebound, and it looks like it's on Royce White. Kurt Williams Jr. will get the foul. And they're over the limit, so
bonus time.
Free throws are wrested away, 7:27 left.
7.5 minutes of bonus time.
Gotta attack the rim. That definitely has to be the point of emphasis in this third quarter. Attack, attack, attack.
Yep.
If the jump shot's there, take it off the great ball movement, but the first option has to be going towards the basket.
Yep, and I wouldn't be surprised to see Halifax looking for those ISOs for those reasons, so they can get clear the space, open up the paint for guys.
And look to push the ball in transition, in full transition or in the mid.
Yep.
Washington makes the first of two. Then CJ knocks down both of them. CJ has 11 now. 7:23 and counting in the third. Hurricanes 19-point lead. It's their largest. They have never trailed thus far in this one. Left hand off the windows, no good for White. Mason pulls it out. Clink Scales directing traffic as Friesen Laddie checks in for the first time in this quarter for the Lightning.
Oh, nice
Billy
touch.
gets it done. Billy with great awareness there as Friesen Laddie came from behind to try to block that shot, Matt, but Billy wasn't bothered by it and he finishes.
No, and Halifax doing a good job defensively as well these last few sets.
Lightning shooting ice cold here in the third. And White with the reversal. Tap putback's no good for Washington. And Royce White will man it in the open floor, and he throws it into the first row. Looking for a foul. Looks like it was last touch, maybe. Watson sacrificing his body as he took that blow right straight to the chest.
See what the call is here. So we got a timeout.
Got a timeout on the
London.
floor as London wants to talk things over. Keith Bassel, head coach of the Lightning, seen enough in this quarter. They're down 20 points.
Yeah.
And it's been all Hurricanes in this third. They need to right the ship. You got 17 fouls and counting to 2.
Yep.
So you can see the aggressive nature from one team compared to the other.
That's right, and you're down 20 points. And when you're watching guys throw the ball, give it up as they just did into that first row there, you gotta stop things and say, okay, guys, let's get things back together, especially with a team like the London Lightning.
And that's your best player.
Yep.
In the open floor. And I haven't seen too many highlights with Royce White handling the basketball in the open floor in transition.
No.
So take a quick look at the numbers here. Leading the way, Antoine Mason with 23 points. He's 7 for 14 from the field. 7 for 12 is Mason. And for the London Lightning, Doug Herring Jr. leading the way. Royce White with 17, and Doug Herring Jr.'s got 15. So we take a quick look at the out-of-town scoreboard as it looks like the second game on the schedule of the National Basketball League of Canada just underway, and the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Eastside Mario's.
That's right, the Niagara River Lions hosting the St. John's Edge this afternoon. Right now the Edge lead 32-29 with 9:08 left in the second quarter. Leading the way for the Niagara River Lions is Guillaume Boucard, with 14. And Ransford Brempong leading the St. John Edge with 8 points.
There you go.
A tough one there.
You got two tough ones. You got two tough ones there. And the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Eastside Mario's. So back to the action here in the third quarter. Hurricanes up 20. 6:27 left. Vince Williams, Matt Elliott courtside for this rematch of the championship of last season, where the Lightning won it in 6. Lightning come out in a full court press, and they turn it over, the Canes do. Friesen Laddie, that is, with the left hand, draws the contact, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. So the strategy coming out of that timeout was to go to a full court press and force the issue here defensively.
Well, let's see how long they stick with that press. Was a one-time thing, or if they're going to stick with it for the remainder of the third quarter to try to get Halifax off their game, mess with the flow a little bit in that transition.
Well, definitely worked as they forced the turnover and the opportunity here at the charity stripe, but once again, they're continuing to struggle from the free throw line. That is Shooting 65% are the Lightning. And Joel knocks down the second, so they are 16 for 25. If you can't shoot free throws and rebound the basketball on the defensive end on the road, most times you're not successful in victories.
That's right.
But they do have a good road record, that is. They are 4-3 on the road. But a very sparkling home record at 10-2.
Yeah.
Thus the record of 14-5 on a 12-game winning streak. Pull up, no good. Putbacks there though. CJ with the putback. So the rebound, and I just mentioned second chance opportunities for the Hurricanes. CJ makes them pay. Shot short at the rim there.
13 for him on the night. Halifax pushing it.
Clinkscales, Poole for three. No good. Rebound by White. Second chance opportunities. And many of trips coming up for the Canes. Back door. Bingo! Click, click.
Wow. Saw that one
That's
coming.
a Kodak moment.
Yes, sir.
Right there. Billy White, the connection from Clinkscales on the back door.
There's the replay. You see it. Billy just gets up and over the defender.
Had no
Puts it
chance.
in, no problem.
No chance. And there was no help on the help side as Billy with the two-handed hammer. We usually see one a game.
Yeah. We've seen that a lot this season and last season.
And
These
Billy,
two play a great two-man game.
no mistake, Matt. No mistake.
No.
Williams Jr. for three. That's short. Rebound by Washington. Clinkscales break
Again,
back
look at
inside the
that.
White.
Williams Jr. didn't even know where the ball was. I don't know if we'll see a replay of it, but he was looking the opposite direction as Billy was pivoting towards the basket.
Billy going to work in the third here. And Lightning looking to stop the bleeding here defensively. I mean, they're just not playing good defense. And Capers knocks down the three, though.
Marcus Capers can score.
But they desperately need a stop here defensively. Can they get it? And no, they can't. Look out.
Great dish by Clinkscales on the drive.
Yeah, Clinkscales got it going now. He's got his rhythm. CJ, he's up on his feet. He'll go to the line to shoot two. And that's on Marcus Capers, that foul.
Had
His
to do
first.
something.
Washington going to the line to shoot two.
It's 2 for 2 so far today.
4 for 10 from the field is Washington with 6 rebounds. And he makes the first. Washington averaging 17 points on the season. He's a 78% free throw shooter on the season as well. And he makes both. So CJ's got 13 now. 91-67. We're almost at the century mark, and we're still in the third quarter, Matt.
Yeah, looks like we got a foul on the floor.
Foul away from the ball and trying to figure it out. It looks like it's on Clinkscales, not happy.
That's 4 for him, walking towards the bench.
He takes himself out of the game, and checking in is Taquan Zimmerman. Team's fourth, Cliff's fourth.
Foul troubles continue for Cliff Clinkscales.
He had it going offensively, so that might have been a break for the Lightning.
Yeah, he sure did.
They had no answer for him distributing the basketball.
Jeez,
Capers misses at the rim.
He did a great job of getting to the rim, just missed it.
Washington, oh, nice fake. They both look the other way. It's Bolden. Fadeaway, no good. Capers with the rebound on that fake. Bolden looked the other way, and there was a moment there, and Bolden back the other way, and he gets called for the charge. So the struggles continue for Mo Bolden. Not having a good game this afternoon is Mo.
No, not only do you get the charge on your end, but now you're giving up 2 free throws, being in the bonus. Halifax looking to push the lead.
91-67.
You do not get the free throws on the charges. To brush up on my basketball rules, Vince.
It's all good, my man. It's all good. The pitchers will take care of itself. White, dribble drive, in tight, pull up, right hand, no good. Washington, second chance, third chance, Poole finishes. So the trend continues, the second and third chance opportunities. Fast and furious here in the third for the Hurricanes. Herring Jr. shot's no good at the rim.
Ooh.
Looked like a foul there,
Did
no call. Another foul, looking to make the foul. White finishes. I think Freese and Laddie wanted the foul to stop the pace to get a substitution.
It looked like
Didn't get it. Did it on purpose twice.
Yeah.
As play continued, and Billy White finishes with the left hand at the rim. Billy White's having a third quarter.
He sure is.
Jump shot's no good. Mo Bolden, though, with the rebound. Kick out.
And you got to think with where he played limited minutes in the first half, part of Coach Leslie's strategy, have him fresh for the second half, and it's paying off.
And here they are going to Billy, as Billy's putting in journeyman work here in this third.
16 and 10.
95-67, Canes lead. Washington, baseline, and he draws the foul on Capers, and he'll go to the line to shoot two.
Smart play, why not? Get the defender on your back.
Williamson will check in for the Lightning, as Mo Bolden will go to the bench. This has to be Mo Bolden's worst game offensively thus far, since being acquired 6 games ago, excuse me. This is the 7th.
I would say so, yeah. He's been averaging 19 and 10. He's 1 of 6 so far today.
Well below his average, 4 points on the afternoon is Mo.
It's his 4th hack, I believe. Yep.
Clint Scales, Rouse looking to check in. Washington at the line.
Got some good Minnesota Rouse in the first half.
Absolutely. It's good to see Brian getting some opportunities here.
Definitely.
Him as Ramel Brown, your guy.
My guy.
Checking in, the big man from Manhattan College.
Replacing C.J. Washington.
96-67, and if you're just joining us, that score is correct. The Hurricanes well in front of the Lightning here. An eerie silence dropping here at Scotiabank, as the fans in for a good one here, treated to a good one.
Very good, yep.
But it's a little bit quiet here, Matt.
I think people are not. I don't think anyone expected to have almost a 30-point lead over the best team in the league.
Coming in on a 12-game winning streak.
Yeah.
White swings it. Zimmerman for 3. No good. Rebound by White. Another second chance. No hurry are the Hurricanes as they reset their offense in this half court. Zimmerman, shot clock under 10. Poole off the drive, pull up, it's no good. And a battle underneath the basket between Williams Jr. and White's called for the foul, and that's his 4th.
That's the most shots I think I've seen Mike Poole take all season. He's got 16 so far. 5 of 16. Started off hot, he's cooled off though.
Very much. But everybody else is continuing to be hot.
That's
and
right.
That shot is blocked, but a foul before that shot attempt. As Billy will go to the bench and Ronaldo will check in for the Canes.
Great to have a guy like Ronaldo to pull off your bench in these situations. You can score, rebound, great defender.
Yeah, the second unit has been very good this season, and they have played some vital roles throughout this season in some huge matchups and some victories for the Hurricanes. Canes come into this game 10-7 on the season, and they have been relied on by head coach Mike Leslie in important situations, and they have came up
as they were last
some
year.
Great results.
The bench was one of the main stories for Halifax success last year. It's a great lineup.
Zimmerman, Rouse with the jumper, in and out, rebound by Ronaldo though, and that's a huge mismatch underneath. No disrespect to Joel, between him and Ronaldo. Joe, more of a wing,
Yep, he's a
2 or 3 man, he has no choice with the lineup on the floor that the Lightning have, trying to block out Ronaldo Dixon, standing 6'9". That's a difference of 4 inches he's given up.
Royce White getting extended breather. He's only got 2 fouls. He's not in trouble.
Not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but Royce is going to definitely have to be, have to come out like a house on fire at the start of this fourth if they're going to try to capture lightning in a bottle, excuse the pun, and get this job done here. But it's going to be a very tough task for the Lightning this afternoon to extend this streak.
It is, yep.
Dixon Green checks in for the first time this afternoon for the Lightning.
Halifax is firing on all cylinders so far today.
Absolutely. Under a minute now. Capers kicks it out. Williamson for 3, and bang, he knocks it down. Garrett with a good look from beyond the arc.
Great shooter.
Not a lot of good looks, quality looks this afternoon for the Lightning, as some of those 3 balls have been rushed.
Yeah.
But you got to give credit to the closeouts from the Hurricanes, running them off the line and not allowing them those standstill 3s.
Well, that's right. Halifax has been playing really disciplined defense, and there hasn't been a whole lot, like you said, the standstill, wide open 3-pointers.
Capers with the right hand, though.
See if the London looking to turn the tempo back up here. They really have no choice, being down as much as they are.
They need to turn up that defensive pressure. Good pressure, though, in the front court. In the back court. Ball gets over to the front court, though. Zimmerman will hold for the last shot. A difference of 2 seconds between the game and shot clock. Poole with the pull-up. Drains it.
He needed
Finally,
that.
Poole right at the gun, and that's been the trend for 3 straight quarters. We have seen outstanding finishes down the stretch by the Hurricanes.
They're just taking advantage of the opportunities they got.
100-74, and this is something that we haven't seen all season long. After 3 quarters, the whole team together huddling. And I can only imagine what the captain is saying that huddle mat right now.
Well, I mean, if you're the captain, you're telling guys, listen, no lead is safe. We've seen it from the Hurricanes so far this season.
We've seen a 28-point lead evaporate in a matter of 12 minutes.
Yep, and so you got to think that they're not talking about it, they're thinking about it. But really, like I said, you can't go to sleep. And that's the problem with they're saying, that you can't go to sleep in the London Lightning. So many great scores, so many guys that could catch fire. They got to keep playing their game. You can't go to sleep yet.
Definitely cannot be complacent. The first 5 minutes are very important in this fourth quarter for the Halifax Hurricanes, but they have a huge lead on the London Lightning, and the London Lightning's 12-game winning streak very much in jeopardy.
Definitely in jeopardy right now.
So we'll just take a quick look at the upcoming games for the Halifax Hurricanes. After this afternoon's game, the Canes will go out on the road for 2 as they will visit the Moncton Magic on the 27th and the Island Storm on the 28th, and then return back home February 1st versus the St. John Riptide. So fans, for tickets here at Scotiabank Center and ticket information, you can visit the Canes at their email at info@halifaxhurricanes.ca or simply call them 902-377-3052, and they have 3 different social media handles where you can follow them and get ticket information, everything, Canes, you name it, visits if you need them, whatever. Contact them on their many social media handles and their website at halifaxhurricanes.ca. Their Twitter and Instagram, one of the same, HFX Hurricanes. So plenty of opportunities to get part of or be part of this great fan-friendly atmosphere, a family-friendly atmosphere here at Scotiabank Center, night in, night out, or afternoon, especially on Sunday afternoon. Great crowd on hand this afternoon, Matt.
Oh, it was great today. There were a lot of halftime things going on with the paper airplane stuff we were getting bombarded with. So it's the kids here having a ton of fun, and you're getting treated to a great game of basketball. 2 good teams.
And it's been all Hurricanes, though. The home team have been outstanding, hit the century mark in 3 quarters. They come into this game averaging 110 points a game. The Lightning, a league high at 118.
Oof,
Mason
nice
off the window. He's continuing his hot shooting, carrying over from the third is Mason. It looked like stoppage and play. He might have a double foul, or maybe not. Maybe a warning.
Like a warning,
delayed a game warning. And Royce White still not in the game. I'm not sure if he's done, but just walks in front of us here, looking at the stats. And
nice D by Mason.
as Williamson pulls the pull up, doesn't look too interested in this one right now.
No, he doesn't.
Is the MVP. 102-76. If you are the Halifax faithful, you want Royce White to stay exactly where he is, put on the bench.
Yeah.
Washington with the putback there. Second chance opportunity once again with the rebound.
And I guess the word is Royce White broke his nose a couple games ago. Maybe that's bothering him. I don't know. You gotta think that might give you trouble breathing, things like that. He otherwise looks healthy. Watching him walk.
As Caper is able to finish at the rim, so he's looking to complete the three-point play, and he does. 104-79. Lots of time left here in the regulation. Turnover by Clinkscales. Williamson back the other way, takes it right at Billy White, and he finishes. And a timeout on the floor called by the Hurricanes, as Mike Leslie doesn't waste any time breaking up that momentum, not giving the defending champions any opportunity to go on a run.
No, you can't. They're too good. They're too good.
104-81. Williamson with the finish at the rim. And we're going to take a quick look at the out-of-town scoreboard, as there's one other game going on around the National Basketball League of Canada, and the out-of-town scoreboard is brought to you by Bounty Print.
All right, Vince, the Niagara River Lions have a 49-47 lead at home to the St. John Edge. Correction, it just changed as I speak. The St. John Edge now have a 50-49 lead over the Niagara River Lions, with 1:54 left to go in the second quarter of that one, leading the way for them. See if I can get, oh yeah. Okay, looks like Vasily Kurchik with 9 points for the St. John Edge, and Guillaume Boucard 20 for the Niagara River Lions. You know it had to be a hard name as soon as I said I was going to read the scores.
Well, that's why I give you the out-of-town scoreboard. And yep, out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Bounty Print. So lots of work left to do for the London Lightning in this one. They are trailing 104-81, shooting 48% from the field. Hurricanes not much better at 49, but if you're head coach Keith Vassell, what are you saying to your team right now, man?
You got to take advantage of every opportunity you get, and you can't give Halifax any more opportunities. No turnovers. You got to protect the ball, take advantage of every single possession you get, and get the good shots away.
Hurricanes lead in that battle of the turnovers. They only have 6 compared to the Lightning 12.
I tell you, an interesting stat in this one, with as fast a pace as the Lightning have pushed, both teams have similar field goal percentages. Lightning have taken 57 shots. Halifax has taken 83.
A lot of attempts. Turnover, though. Dixon Green finishes with the right hand off the steal. 104-83 now. Lightning mounting a little bit of a response here.
There's no way they're going to go away.
Watson now. Watson, right hand inside, in tight. Try to get it to Washington, as D'Alembert checks in for the first time for the Lightning.
Yohanni D'Alembert, brother of NBA player Samuel D'Alembert, Port-au-Prince, Haiti.
Clinkscales with the inbound. I opened that up for you to give you that opportunity, and you took it.
I appreciate it.
Clinkscales, though, can't save it. It's turned over. So the turnover starting to pile up here in the fourth for the Hurricanes. Turnover number 7. 9:51 left. Canes leading, though. And it's been all Canes since the opening tap. Capers, right hand. And he draws the foul. Capers will go to the line to shoot 2. Definitely in the act of shooting as Capers hits the floor. He's back up on his feet now. Billy's
That's
fifth.
5. He got 4
Team
quick.
second. Yeah, he got 4 quick in that third. Played through it though, had an outstanding third. Was White.
Yeah, he had a great third quarter.
Capers, along with the rest of the Hurricanes.
Couple guys that have been quiet today for the Kings, Zimmerman and Watson. Zimmerman with 3 points, Watson with 2. It's not usual they have those kind of games.
As Capers misses the second. Yeah, the Canes had an outstanding third, Matt. They outscored the Lightning 30-18. White rejected at the rim by Dellenbear.
Great defense.
And a nice run-out pass there to Williamson. And he draws the foul. And Williamson will go to the line to shoot 2.
Is that on Antoine Mason?
That was outstanding athleticism there by Dellenbear with the block shot. Was able to get the ball before it went out of bounds, save it on the baseline, and throw a beautiful pass in transition to Williamson.
Yeah, it was a great play, and that's the kind of play they're going to need from these guys, especially guys off the bench.
Need a
They
few
want to
more
claw
of
their way
those.
back into it.
Williamson hits first. They need a few of those.
As a coach, though, you're happy to see that. Your reserve coming in, no give up. Making a great play.
Both. So 104-86 now.
And the lead is slowly disintegrating. Halifax only up by 18 at this point. Kick.
Kicked out of bounds there by Dixon Green. 9:17 left, lots of time left.
Dixon Green, first year in the league.
As Washington will inbound. Canes need a spark and they need a response here on offense. Mason looking to provide it. Shot clock under 10, trying to take Williamson off the dribble. Draws Dellenbear. Mason, right hand finish. Floater, that's just too tough. Just too tough to defend, and Dellenbear got caught in open space, and the big man just couldn't stay with him.
No, and it was just a great finish, great touch by Mason. He's just been feeling it all game.
Jump shot's no good. Mason with the rebound. Antoine has been outstanding offensively this afternoon.
Ooh.
And again, another foul as Anderson is not happy with the foul call.
In amongst the trees. Smart offensive play by Mason.
Mason trying to take over in the fourth, and we've seen many of games here where he has been able to single-handedly take over a fourth or third quarter and put this team on his back.
Yeah, he's playing smart basketball. He's doing a great job of getting to the free throw line. Now he's shooting a little bit below what he normally does. That just puts him at 7 for 13 now, but he's about to shoot his 14th free throw of the game. It's because he's been aggressive. He's earning those opportunities.
Very aggressive this afternoon, Antoine Mason. And Mason strikes for 28. 28 points on the afternoon for Mason, 9 of 16 from the field. And as you mentioned, 8 for 13 from the charity stripe. Shot is short at the rim, rebound by Ramel Brown, who's just checked back in for the Canes. Watson barrels in the Capers. Watson back with the right hand.
Great finish.
Outstanding finish by Watson as he was able to split the defense and get away from the outstretched arm of the defender. 109-86, Canes lead.
Herring Jr.
Denied.
No, sir.
Return to sender by Brown.
I don't know if he's hurt or embarrassed, but he's on the floor.
Ramel says, get that out of
see
here.
it here. Great defense by Brown on the smaller, quicker player. What do you say about that from the big man?
The big man with the outstanding defensive play says, let's go back the other way. Great awareness as he knocks it off of Herring Jr. and out of bounds. It's great to get the rebound, but it's even better if you can knock it off a defender or knock it to a fellow teammate.
Yep, especially after you get the block. But that was a great, I mean, he did a great job of keeping his feet underneath him in that. Herring Jr. is a quick player, a guy that can score. Should have been able to at least get a step or beat Ramel Brown off the dribble. Couldn't do it. Great defensive set by Ramel Brown, my guy.
Your guy. Ramel has been outstanding in the reserve role this afternoon. Clint Scales puts it up for three. Bang, and he knocks it down.
Why not?
The captain rattles it home, coming off the screen. He caught it in rhythm. And he made no mistake knocking it down. Dellenberg with the right hand tried to avoid the defenders there. Great rim protection by CJ. Clint Scales to Brown, and that's a
It's a nice pass
quick
by
pass.
Mason.
A little too hot to handle
Yeah.
for the big man, but a good idea. Williamson back the other way now. Left hand though, the capers, putback's no good. Rattles in and out. Hurricanes will head back the other way. And a foul away from the ball, and it looks like it's on Anderson.
Anderson wants to get tied up.
They have a quick conversation, and they need to be separated by Jason Steele. Watson's usually pretty good with keeping his head.
Yep.
He knows how important it is for him to stay focused, for the rest of the team to stay focused. That's one of the many great qualities Tyrone brings to this team.
Oh yeah, he's one of the, I mean, we talk about Cliff Clinksdale's being the captain, leader, and stuff like that, but the leadership they get out of guys like Tyrone Watson.
And right on cue, the big man gets it done.
A great finish.
Watson, 6'6" power forward from New Mexico State, from Hamilton, Ontario.
One of the great Canadian products playing in this league.
Many great Canadian products in this league, and a lot of them reside here in the Atlantic Division.
That's correct, yeah.
The reigning Canadian Player of the Year, playing for the Moncton Magic. Terry Thomas.
Cool.
Double T.
He's great to watch.
115-86. Hurricanes lead. Just over 7 to go. Williamson. No good. Rebound by Brown. Mason back the other way. Alley-oop to Washington.
With authority.
Click again. In transition. Showtime. And let the party to begin.
Oh, Williamson did his best. Now see if they'll. Williamson did his best to defend it. Just couldn't get enough a finger on it. And Vince, I don't know if you just saw that. Okay, we'll hit the three. But I just saw Royce White just went from the bench in behind to the training room underneath the stands here. So I don't know if he's done for that. Means he's done for the day or what.
Not sure. I don't think he's coming back. As Dellenberg fouls Brown at the rim. Heavy contact between Dellenberg and Brown, and Dellenberg is having choice words to Clinkscales. Not sure why. 117-89, and technical foul, or maybe a warning on both teams, as Jason Steele warns both teams for chatter after the whistle.
Yeah, you don't want to see the game devolve into something chippy.
As Brown misses the first. 6:10 to go here in regulation.
Free throw's not his strength.
Ramel, and he hits the second though. That's a bonus.
We'll take that.
44% free throw shooter on the season is Brown. Floater's no good for Anderson. Clinkscales, CJ for three, bang, and CJ knocks down the triple from beyond the arc, and Washington's got 22.
Great shot by CJ.
CJ, nope. Picked up there, CJ almost had the steal.
He's got a double-double on the day, 23 and 10. Billy White also with a double-double, 16 and 12.
The double-double machines are C.J. Washington, Billy White, and as of late, your man, Ramel Brown.
Yes, sir. He's been good today as well. Quiet, a little bit quieter. He's got 7.7 rebounds in limited minutes, but they've been good minutes. And of course, Antoine Mason, 28 points and 7 boards. He's been all over the place today.
A rebound game for Antoine Mason in the last few ball games. We've seen him here. As we mentioned in that, started that third quarter, Antoine a little slow in the last few ball games in the first 24 minutes, but he's been outstanding from wire to wire here now in this one. And he had to be. He absolutely had to be. Everybody from the Hurricanes had to be good this afternoon.
That's right.
To take on the defending champions.
Yeah, you got to bring your A game if you're gonna when you play London Lightning.
Still a little bit more time to go, though.
Definitely.
121-90 is the lead for the Canes, well in front. 5 minutes and counting to go here. Trying to put together a complete 48 minutes are the Hurricanes. Mason turns it over.
Thought he got hit.
Herring Jr. for 3. Had a good look, no good. Dellenbear at the rebound, and that's
another blocked
by Brown.
From way
Anderson from downtown, maybe outside the parking lot, and he knocks it down.
You get that one from Spring Garden Road.
But they needed a little bit more of that in the first 3 quarters, though.
That's right.
Maybe a little too late for the Lightning. Clint Scales. Look for Billy backdoor. Clint Scales for 3. Short at the rim. Rebound by Herring Jr. He's closely guarded by Brown in transition. Good job by Brown cutting him off. And Anderson knocks down back-to-back triples. And Mike Leslie wants to talk it over.
Well,
timeout Hurricanes.
That's going to have to be the recipe for London going forward now. You're going to start putting up the three-pointers.
What do you got to lose?
That's right.
What do you got to lose? Oh, here it comes. It might be coming. Your Cam. One of the many.
There it is. It's
there
up.
There it is. The Tyrone Watson flex cam right on cue, baby. 121-96. One of the great pleasures here at Scotiabank Center.
Yeah.
A great family-friendly atmosphere here at Scotiabank every time. I'm still waiting for the Mike Leslie dance cam.
Yeah, me too.
They broke that one out last game.
And I always like seeing footage of Mike Leslie dancing after the game. That's also a fan favorite. They usually try to slip that in.
No shortage of exuberance being displayed here at Scotiabank Center by everyone, including the kids. The kids are always engaged, and they are very knowledgeable, these kids, these young basketball fans here in Halifax.
Oh, definitely. Oh, we got a winner.
Excitement. Look at the pure jubilation between these two. Even Grandma's getting into the action. The big winner looks like she's wearing number 2, and that's Taquan Zimmerman's jersey. Good to see the jerseys.
Fan favorite? Yeah, I'd love to see that.
A few ball games ago, we had Jersey night.
Yeah.
Both of us opted out not knowing it was Jersey night. I had the Malcolm Subban Vegas Golden Knights jersey in my bag.
Yeah.
Didn't know it was Jersey night, and you forgot to bring your what?
Jeez.
New York Yankees something?
I probably would have brought my Mariano Rivera jersey.
Oh, jeez. Bring that out of retirement. Fans would have been all over you, said bandwagon. Oh,
are they going to give him that? Or do they call that on the floor?
No way. They don't count it. They don't count it. No way that counts.
On the floor.
Wow, that was continuation back in 1984 when Michael Jordan was a rookie for the Bulls. That's old association continuation.
Yeah, you're right. And Williams Jr.
Williams Jr. not happy about something between him and Brown. But nevertheless, 4:02 left, 121-96 Hurricanes lead. And we got a technical foul as the officials trying to gain control of this game here. Kirk Williams Jr. gets teed up. Antoine Mason gets teed up as well. So 4:02 left, 14 on the shot. Canes possession, inbound by White. To Watson. I think he's going to go to work on Joel here. Swings it to White.
Tight defense.
Mason for 3. Looked like he got fouled. No call. Came up short. Williams Jr. with the rebound. Anderson looking to spot up from downtown. Off the window. Bang. And that's 3 threes in a row. Anderson not going away, and nor are the London Lightning.
Nope.
121.99. Responding here, but they have a mountain to climb, though, with shortage of time. Mason, right hand. Good.
Nice finish.
And Mason stops the bleeding momentarily. Mason's got 30. Anderson again, that was a heat check. He rushed that.
Oh.
Anderson gets the rebound, loses the handle though. Billy with the rebound. Watson in the open floor. Kicks it back out to Clinkscales. Great decision there by Watson in transition.
Yep, definitely.
In no hurry.
Use that time.
In absolute no hurry here. Like to see a good possession though. Mason for three. Well short, but that was a nice pass to Billy down low. Billy finishes.
Right into the playbook.
Seeing Billy underneath the basket there was Mason, and he picks up the assist. 125.99. Herring Jr. tries his hand, and that ball short at the rim. Rebound by Clinkscales. London trying to turn up the defensive pressure, full court, trapping. White splits the defense. He's fouled on his way towards the rim.
Is that going to put them into...
And that should be number 7, should be over the limit.
I think so, yeah.
And Billy will go to the line to shoot 2 after he checks the bridge of his nose. As Dixon Green will check in for Garrett Williamson. 2:27 left. Pretty much can say, turn the lights out in this one, the party's over.
I'd say so.
The streak will end at 12 here in Halifax for the London Lightning, barring a disaster. And I'm only using the word disaster because I could use a few other choice words. Clean words, though. Clean words out of the Webster Dictionary, but
it would have to be a disaster.
it would have to be
like
the greatest
roof would
comeback.
have to fall down.
It'd have to be the greatest comeback in basketball and sports history. In 2:27, they're able to evaporate this lead at 28
points.
28 points. Yeah. It's a mountain to climb.
But they're not giving up. Still playing hard basketball. Looking
Absolutely
for those shots.
not. They're the champions. The champions don't give up. Dixon Green, though, is denied at the rim, but the putback there is good by Capers on the follow-up.
Good D by Brown. And they're going to go with that full court press still. Halifax, great press break.
They've been able to handle it all afternoon despite a couple turnovers. So under 2 minutes, Clinkscales in no hurry. But he's got to hurry. Shot clock dwindling. One-on-one. Clinkscales freeze. And he draws the foul on Anderson. Clinkscales used his patented freeze drive.
Yeah.
We've seen that many of times, and we've seen many of victims fall short of staying in front of the captain.
It's his favorite weapon of his offensively.
He pulls it out when he needs it, and he's been very successful throughout his career here. Clinkscales hits the first of 2. 1:44 left in the fourth. 129 to 101.
Riverlines and St. John's Edge.
Waiting for that score to change. Maybe I got it wrong. I'm pretty sure it was.
I think you're right. Let's just see what we got on the old website here. Same thing, 128, 101.
Maybe I'm wrong.
They're quicker than you.
Now we are 129. See how I was anticipating taking a page out of your book. 129 to 101, 144 left here in regulation. Hurricanes a huge win and a huge statement this afternoon.
Definitely.
Shot is short, rebound. Watson picks up the loose ball. Hurricanes will definitely use all 24 of this shot clock. Clinkscales closely guarded by Williams Jr. Clink looking for the clear out. He'll go one-on-one, backdoor flush to Mason. You could just see it coming as Clinkscales was able to draw the double team, and let's take a look on the replay.
Good job. Dishes to the streaking Antoine Mason, puts it in with the right hand.
Makes it look like child's
finish.
play. Makes it absolutely like child's play. Clint Scales knew what he was doing. And as you can see, Mason getting way up.
Just beat his man.
No help on the backside, on the help line by the Lightning, and that's basically been the story this afternoon.
Yeah, it's been all Antoine Mason. Halifax has controlled the entire game, and it's paid off, obviously. 30-point lead right now.
Dixon Green misses everything.
Way off.
But I tell you what, man, if you had told me the Halifax Hurricanes were going to put up 131 points and beat the defending champions and snap this winning streak by 30, I would tell you you're crazy.
Yep, and we've been talking about Halifax's offense a lot, but how about the defense? London Lightning going into this one averaging almost 120 points a game. Halifax now, well, they're obviously going to keep them below that. Looks like it'll be 103 or 105, but the key is keeping them well below what they're used to scoring.
And they were destroying everybody when it came to scoring
Yes,
on that 12-game winning streak. They were putting up some huge numbers offensively. But not this afternoon, as the Hurricanes were focused. For 48 straight minutes, they dominated the defending champions, and they send a message throughout the National Basketball League of Canada that this team is for real now.
That's right. I mean, how do you not take notice of a victory like that? See the fans on their feet now. They're going to let their Hurricanes know how they feel about a great game of basketball.
The statement has been made. The Canes get it done. 131-103. Antoine Mason was nothing short but marvelous on this afternoon. 11 for 20 from the field, 8 for 14 from the charity stripe, 2 for 9 from downtown, finishing up with a big 32 points. That's a game high and 7 rebounds. The player of the game,
Easily.
no doubt.
Yeah, definitely the player of the game.
So that'll do it, folks. For Matt Elliott, I'm Vince Williams saying so long from Scotiabank Center, and we'll see you on February the 1st when the St. John Riptide come in. Hurricanes get it done. They move to 11-7, snapping the 12-game winning streak of the London Lightning. Good afternoon.